you're on a mission to help change the narrative and start saving lives. You believe, and when you were on the bench, you believe, we're going about this the wrong way. Prison does not save people when it relates to addiction.
It does not, and it's what treatment for addicts is what justice should look like. We have to be focused on outcomes, and the outcomes should be, we should be returning people back to their communities and their families, healthy, sober, and as productive, contributing members to society. We know that we send a drug addict to jail for 90 days. On the 91st day, they're still a drug addict. So what, in fact, have we done? We have to overcome our desire for punishment. Like, we have this insatiable desire for punishment, and everything is not a triple homicide. And so we have to make sense of the things that we do and do meaningful work in the court.
As a judge on the bench, was there a moment where you said, we're going about this the wrong way, and I'm not gonna be a part of this?
All the time. I was just joking about, wow, the thing that got me in trouble is the thing that got me on your show. But it just made sense. It just made sense.
Yeah. And you say the thing that got you in trouble, what do you mean by that?
Well, this idea of seeing the humanity in the folks that came before me. I didn't just see a drug addict. I saw a mother who could not be a mom in her family. I saw a Vietnam veteran who had come back from Vietnam and had been addicted to heroin for 40 years, and we had done nothing about it. I saw people who continued to come through the system, and we had never offered them anything other than fines and punishment. And we knew those things didn't work. And then in my community, I mean, we've been serving in Newark. For me, this hasn't been a crisis because we've been serving people who've come through there across the state, across the country, who've come there regardless of economic status or complexion. We've been serving them. But it was this idea that in these communities, we started to see these pain management doctors' offices pop up, these doctors' offices connected to pharmacies pop up. And then I'd see people with pain pills, 50. The doctor saw them one time. And so what was happening was that we were ignoring the underlying cause of why they were offending.
You know, we had the fire chief, she's there from West Virginia, you were in Newark. I guess, you know, as a Black woman in America, I talk to people all day in my community in the city, and they say nobody cared, and they were putting in Black moms, Black dads in prison for crack and not treating, and now we care about West Virginia. How do we say we're in it together now? Because it does hurt. And I'm gonna keep it 100. It does hurt when you hear someone say they only care now because of white moms in the suburbs.
Absolutely.
Because as you said, it's humanizing. Because if we get this right, the next addiction, we can fight stronger when we see it is about people.
It's about people, but we also have to remember and wrap our arms around those people who are still addicted to crack addiction.
Everywhere.
And provide services. We have to change our philosophy about how we are going to manage what we consider criminal behavior. And this is by no means saying that we condone the violation of the law. We're just saying that we have to take a better approach to what this is.
I remember when we first started to change the language of alcoholism, and we finally said, this is a disease.
It's a disease.
And now with addiction, whether it's heroin, whether it's meth, crack, opioid, people are hurting.
Absolutely.
And they're looking for a hand, and the hand can't always be the judge slamming them out to another jail term and then get right back again.
No, but it has to be giving the judge tools to triage when people come. I mean, what we do in the justice system sometimes is so counterintuitive. If a person came to the job or came to your house and they had a bullet wound, you would insist that they go to the emergency room and they get treated and they get cured. They send us folks who pretty much have bullet wounds, who are addicted, that are one way away from this overdose, who are drug sick, and then insist that we continue with this process that is not going to change the outcome, that is going to bring this person back within next week.
Well, you were one of the first to sound the alarm for the bench, and so many now have followed you to see this. It's not how we get out of this crisis, no matter where you live, whether it's West Virginia or Newark.